Hi, friends. Today, our read aloud is about the superstar quarterback himself, Patrick Mahomes. Now, you are probably familiar with him, especially if you watched the Chiefs game last night, but he is the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, our hometown football team. Okay, so today we're going to be reading superstar quarterback Patrick Mahomes. And if you take a look here at our table of contents, there are 4 chapters and then some at a glance, a timeline, and a glossary in the back. So we are going to go ahead and read this today. Please make sure you are following along. And here we go. Chapter 1, Comeback Kid. The Kansas City Chiefs had to wonder if they had another comeback in them. They had already come from behind to win 2 playoff games after the 2019 season, but now they trailed the San Francisco 49ers 20-10 in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. Worse, they faced third down and 15 at their own 35-yard line. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes was not having his best game that day. The 49ers had intercepted him twice, but Mahomes wasn't worried. He encouraged his teammates to keep the faith. Mahomes took the snap. Kansas City's offensive line gave him time to throw, just before the defense closed in. Mahomes spotted teammate Tyreek Hill open down the field. His high arching pass dropped into Hill's hands for a 44-yard gain. The Chiefs had life. The pass moved Kansas City to the 49ers 21-yard line. 4 plays later, Mahomes hit tight end Travis Kelce with a 1-yard touchdown pass. The Chiefs now trailed by just 3 points. Their defense stopped the 49ers, and Kansas City got the ball back. Mahomes completed 5 straight passes. The last one was good for another touchdown, this time to running back Damian Williams. Suddenly, Kansas City led 24-20. Right here is a picture. A fired up Mahomes led the Chiefs to 3 touchdowns in less than 5 minutes of action. Whoa. The Chiefs' defense held again. Then Williams scored on a 38-yard run to clinch the victory. Mahomes was named the game's most valuable player, MVP. He was the league MVP the year before. He became the youngest player to have won both awards. It wasn't the first time that Mahomes had made history. Chapter 2, Patrick Jr. Arm strength was never a problem for Patrick Mahomes Jr. It was just a question of which ball he'd be throwing. Patrick got his rocket arm from his dad. Pat Mahomes had been a Major League Baseball, MLB, pitcher. Patrick was born on September 17, 1995. His dad ended up playing in MLB until 2003. Patrick grew up watching big leaguers up close. He saw how hard they worked. They practiced for hours each day to keep improving. And I'm going to go back to this picture here. Patrick got to hang out with Major League Baseball players because of his dad's career. Look at little Patrick Mahomes. They gave him tips on how to become a pro athlete one day. Patrick played basketball and football in addition to baseball. He became a pitcher just like his dad. In high school, he once threw a no-hitter with 16 strikeouts. He was considered an MLB prospect. The Detroit Tigers drafted him out of high school, but he had already decided to play college football at Texas Tech. As a high school senior, Patrick threw for 50 touchdowns. He ran for 15 more. Colleges saw a great athlete, but not many top programs offered him a scholarship. Texas Tech turned out to be a perfect fit. The Red Raiders were not a traditional power, but they threw the ball a lot. They really needed someone with Patrick's skills. I'll read this little excerpt over here, this little caption. Diamond Dreams. Patrick did not give up on his baseball career entirely after high school. He played on the Texas Tech baseball team his first 2 years. He was used mostly as a pitcher. Patrick decided to quit baseball before his junior year. He did it to focus on football and prepare for a career in that sport. And then right here, it looks like he has his Texas Tech uniform on. Patrick had a firm grip on the starting quarterback job at Texas Tech by the end of his freshman year. So he was only on the team 1 year before he got that starting quarterback job. Patrick didn't earn much time playing as a freshman. Texas Tech already had a starter, but Patrick got to play in a few games. He threw his first career touchdown in a loss to Oklahoma State. He made his first start against Texas and went on to start 3 more games that year. An early sign of what Patrick could do came in Texas Tech's last game of the season. Against 5th-ranked Baylor, Patrick passed for 598 yards, shattering the conference record for most passing yards by a freshman. Patrick also threw 6 touchdown passes. Patrick was the Red Raiders starter for the next 2 seasons. He put up big numbers, throwing for 9,705 yards and 77 touchdowns. In one game, he set a college record with 819 yards of total offense. Patrick was ready to take the next step in his career. After the 2016 season, he announced he would enter the National Football League, the NFL, draft. After 3 seasons at Texas Tech, Patrick knew he was ready for the NFL. Look at him. Woo woo. Chapter 3, Becoming an MVP. NFL teams saw that Patrick Mahomes had a big arm, but they also saw he made risky throws. They worried he threw on the run too much. College quarterbacks can get away with those types of throws, but they usually don't work against the stronger, faster defenders in the NFL. Still, when NFL teams got a closer look at Mahomes, they liked what they saw. He ranked among the top quarterbacks available. The Chiefs wanted to draft him. So right here's a picture, and the caption says, Mahomes shows off his arm strength at the NFL Scouting Combine. They already had a starting quarterback. In Alex Smith. That's an interesting sentence. They already had a starting quarterback, Alex Smith, but they traded up to the 10th pick to select Mahomes. Mahomes spent his rookie year watching and learning from Smith. He didn't throw a pass until the final week of the season. Kansas City had already clinched a playoff spot, so Mahomes got to start. He completed 25 of 35 passes for 284 yards in a win over the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs decided Mahomes was ready to take over. They traded Smith shortly after the 2017 season. It was Mahomes' team now. He quickly found a favorite target in wide receiver Tyreek Hill. In the season opener against the Los Angeles Chargers, Mahomes hit Hill with a quick pass. The speedy receiver took it the rest of the way for a 58-yard touchdown. It was Mahomes' first NFL touchdown pass. He went on to throw 4 in the game. Right here it says, Mahomes spent his rookie year on the sidelines. So he's right here on the sidelines, learning from starter Alex Smith. This is Alex Smith. The next week, Mahomes threw for 6 touchdowns. He had 3 more the following game. The 13 touchdown passes were the most ever by an NFL quarterback in the first 3 games of the season. Even better, he hadn't thrown an interception, and he was just getting started. By the final game of the regular season, Mahomes was already considered a lock to be named NFL MVP. He threw his 50th touchdown pass that week. That made him just the third quarterback ever to throw 50 in a season. The playoffs were up next. Mahomes was brilliant in his first career playoff game. He threw for 278 yards and ran for a touchdown in a win over the Indianapolis Colts. He threw 3 touchdown passes the next week, but the Chiefs lost to the New England Patriots in overtime in the American Football Conference AFC Championship game. A Super Bowl would have to wait, but Mahomes became the first Chief to be named league MVP. Mahomes had become the best quarterback in the NFL in just a single season. So right here, this little description over here, no more hoops. Basketball was Mahomes' third sport in high school. Mahomes still enjoyed playing just for fun. A video of him playing at a Kansas City gym was posted on social media in 2019. But Mahomes' contract specifically said he wasn't allowed to play basketball. There was too much risk for an injury. The team broke the bad news to Mahomes that he had to give up playing hoops. Poor guy. Couldn't play basketball anymore because it would injure him. Mahomes and tight end Travis Kelce celebrate a Chiefs touchdown. Look at them high-fiving. I bet they're jumping to high-five too. Love it. Chapter 4. Chasing a Super Bowl. Mahomes had only one goal for 2019. His pursuit of it began one day after Kansas City lost in the 2018 playoffs. The goal was to win a Super Bowl. For the second year straight, Mahomes got off to a fast start. He threw for 3 touchdowns in the season opener, despite spraining his ankle. He threw 10 touchdown passes in the first 3 games. He was named the AFC Offensive Player of the Month. Mahomes didn't throw an interception until week 6. And then here's this picture here. Mahomes and the Chiefs had their sights set on the Super Bowl from the start of the 2019 season. Yikes. Chiefs fans got a scare in week 7. Playing the Denver Broncos, Mahomes injured his knee attempting a quarterback sneak. He limped off the field to go get checked out. He thought he might be out for the season. Luckily, Mahomes had only dislocated his kneecap. He missed 2 games, but he returned to lead the Chiefs to a 12-4 record and another division title. Mahomes' Super Bowl dream nearly vanished in the Chiefs' first playoff game. The normally impressive Kansas City offense couldn't get started. The Houston Texans raced out to a 24-0 lead. But Mahomes then went to work. Starting in the second quarter, Kansas City outscored Houston 51-7. Mahomes threw 5 touchdown passes. I'm going to go back right here. Here's a picture of Mahomes, and it says Mahomes is helped off the field after injuring his knee against Denver in 2019. Yikes. Falling behind didn't seem to be a problem for Mahomes. The next week, the Chiefs were down again. They trailed the Tennessee Titans 17-7 in the second quarter. But before halftime, Mahomes threw a touchdown pass and scored on an electric 27-yard run to give the Chiefs the lead for good. Kansas City was heading to its first Super Bowl in 50 years. Mahomes had one final comeback in him at the Super Bowl. He achieved his goal and was MVP of the game in doing so. At 24, he was the league MVP and Super Bowl champion. He set the bar pretty high for the rest of his career, but if anyone could handle it, it was Mahomes. And over here it says, Mahomies. No definition found. In 2019, Mahomes launched his own charity In 2019, Mahomes launched his own charity, the 15 and the Mahomes Foundation. It focused on improving the lives of children. The foundation has helped raise money to support academic achievement and after-school programs. Its first fundraiser generated $600,000 in donations. And then right here, Mahomes calls out signals against the Titans in the 2019 playoffs. Sideline surprise. Patrick Mahomes surprised the Titans when he turned upfield and ran around and through the defense to score a huge touchdown late in the first half of the AFC Championship game. The 27-yard game gave Kansas City a 21-17 lead, and the Chiefs never trailed again. How it happened. Mahomes takes the snap from the 27-yard line. So here's Mahomes. He takes the snap and drops back to pass. So he backs up right here. Unable to find an open receiver, he scrambles to his left, barely evades a diving Derek Robertson. A slight hesitation momentarily freezes linebacker Rashaan Evans, allowing Mahomes to get to the sideline. So he goes, woo, over here. Instead of running out of bounds, Mahomes bolted down the field with Daquan Jones in pursuit. So he goes up the sideline here. Mahomes cuts to his right at the 10-yard line. So he goes whoop, spins to shake off the tackle attempts of Amani Hooker and Tremaine. I don't know how to pronounce that. Tremaine, there we go. Tremaine Brock at the 5-yard line. So he spins before diving into the end zone. Yeah! Go Patrick Mahomes! All right. So that is it. And I did want to read this to you because Patrick Mahomes helped us score and win last night at the Chiefs game. So we are going to another Super Bowl in 2 weeks. Okay, so that's super awesome. Here's a little at a glance. His birth date is September 17th, 1995. He was born the year after me, which is pretty crazy. Birthplace was Tyler, Texas. He's a quarterback. He throws with his right hand. His height is 6 feet 3 inches. He weighs 230 pounds, and he currently plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, some of his major awards: Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowl, NFL MVP. Okay, and here's our glossary. Comeback means when a team rallies to take the lead in a game when it has been losing. Conference is a group of teams that compete against each other in sports. Draft is a system that allows teams to acquire new players coming into a league. Freshman is a first-year student. A no-hitter is a baseball game in which a team does not get a hit. Prospect, a young player expected to succeed at the next level. Rookie, a first-year player. Scholarship, money awarded to a student to pay for education expenses. Sneak, a play designed for the quarterback to push forward for a small gain. All right, and that is it for our book. I'm going to go ahead and finish it. If you would like to track this book, you definitely can. Okay, just make sure to fill out the track your book form and also add it to your books I've read list. Thanks for listening.